How long can you go without oxygen? Why the brain needs oxygen? The brain represents just 2% of body weight, yet it uses about 20% of the body's oxygen supply. Without oxygen, the brain can't perform even the most basic functions. The brain relies on both oxygen and glucose to power up neurons that control everything, both in conscious functions like planning and thoughts, and automatic unconscious processes like heart rate and digestion. Without oxygen, the brain cell cannot metabolize glucose and therefore cannot convert glucose into energy for neurons. When someone becomes brain dead, what really happens is the lack of oxygen in the brain causing inadequate energy to power the brain cells, resulting in the loss of brain functions. First, it is important to understand that there are two types of oxygen deprivation. The first one is anoxic brain injuries. This happens when the brain is totally and completely deprived of oxygen due to sudden cardiac arrest, choking, strangulation, and other sudden onset injuries. The second one is hypoxic brain injuries. This happens when the brain receives less oxygen than it needs, but is not completely deprived of oxygen. There are still some left, but not enough. A few seconds of oxygen deprivation won't cause permanent or long-term harm. So a child who holds his breath or a diver, swimmer who needs a few extra seconds to come up for air is unlikely to experience brain damage. Because everyone is different due to their overall brain and cardiovascular health, it is difficult to precisely say how long an individual permanent brain injuries will happen. However, generally speaking, injuries to the brain begin at 1 minute mark and increasingly worsen as time goes on. Depending on the individual, studies show that between 30 to 180 seconds or half a minute to 3 minutes of oxygen deprivation, you may lose consciousness. At the 1 minute mark, brain cells begin dying. At 3 minute mark, neurons suffer more extensive damage, and there's a high chance that long-term effect will happen even when you recover. At 10 minute mark, even if the brain is still working, a coma and lasting brain damage are almost unavoidable. At 15 minutes mark, survival becomes nearly impossible. There are, of course, exceptions to every rule. There are people out there who've gone through numerous training to help the body make more efficient use of oxygen, enable the brain to go longer period without air. The military is a good example of this, and you can see these people in the Navy SEALs, the Marine, and the Air Force. Oxygen deprivation and shortness of breath (SOB) are always a medical emergency which demand rapid, immediate attention. Do you think someone is suffering from oxygen deprivation or need help with breathing? Call 911 immediately. Speedy help intervention can be life-saving and may reduce the risk of serious, lifelong brain damage. Hey, I hope you guys liked the video. Just out of curiosity, have any one of you ever experienced or see someone having difficult breathing? Let me know by commenting down below. Thanks for watching. For more video, click here to subscribe, and I will see you again on the next video.